What's going on, guys? Minecraft here. Tonight we are going to be playing EarthMC, and this is going to be a very special edition where we go all night long. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and of course I'm just setting up stuff still, so it won't take me all but a second longer until I'm ready to get rolling. Which ironically, it doesn't take me all that long to set up my webcam to where I want it to be. And now I am all set. As a matter of fact, let me just tear down my tripod, which is something I had to put up for other reasons. But I can still work without my tripod. It just won't be as quiet though, which I don't care if it's quiet or not. Today, tomorrow, the night we're starting this on is Friday, June 12th. And the day we're going to is literally Saturday, June 15th. So I finished off that before the stream. Let's get right to it. Always give it a moment to do what it needs to do. So for the fact that we're doing Minecraft means we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right. So I'm doing this quickly, sizing it up to screen. For those who are deaf and cannot hear, I do have subtitles on for y'all. So obviously we have a fire pit for discarding things. Right now we are going to be sorting through everything. So everything that is not something I need but found, I think you guess where it goes. It goes straight into the pit. And obviously let me just do something real quick. I normally don't get to see the webcam. Normally y'all don't see this part of the stream. But I may as well turn it on for y'all, since we are playing Minecraft after all. Obviously, I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Obviously, because I want to. Obviously, I'm switching this over to where I can see chat, so I'm moving stuff around. I'll probably continue. That way it's something I don't have to worry about. I'm just moving certain things around. That is something I don't have to worry about in a few moments. I don't have to worry about moving stuff around, and I can keep my own chat and the map that I'm using, which I will have that linked in the description here momentarily. If you want to know what our town culture is like and what the server's culture is like, this is one way to find out. In fact, I'm actually gonna not do that right now, actually, because it's not. You aren't able to tell what the culture is like without actually being in the server. It's a culture, let's just say, admin abuse from the admin side, of course, which thankfully I'm not an admin, so I'm not contributing to this in any way. That's part of the culture here. In fact, right before I went live, I got kicked from the main server for dropping items too fast on Minecraft Java Edition, which ironically has a feature that lets you drop items by holding Q so that you can drop items fast. And hence they said hacking question mark when it's a literal feature built into the game by the developers. That's not hacking, but I don't mind that. People need to look at things. They need to look at the controls a bit more often. See, every time there's an update, I always go check my controls, make sure most of them are the same. Most of the time it's just WASD, open, close, drop stuff that I check. Not a lot of stuff I do check. It's just those keybinds, which I already know those aren't going to change as much. I do actually have a town in the game, so if y'all wanted to join in the town, you could join the server if you want to do it. If you join the server, they actually have instructions. It will put you in a town that you probably don't want, but if you join this Minecraft server, which is only Java Edition, I will say this, it is Java Edition only. So if you joined EarthMC tonight, you would be allowed. I am going to have that be a way, so I'm going to have it be a way that I'm going to, okay, how am I going to word this correctly? I'm going to have it so that way I can, so that way if y'all wanted to join, which I'm putting a link in on how to join, it's the docs, the official documentation for EarthMC, ironically. So, if you guys wanted to join the server, y'all could, and of course, y'all would be able to see kind of what I mean by admin abuse is kind of part of the culture here on EarthMC. Obviously, I have it so that way one computer is doing everything. So there is that. I think my camera. No, never mind. I was just looking at it too quickly. Obviously, y'all can probably see that there's ways that I can do things. Obviously, the link's in the description, so if you do have Minecraft Java Edition, it is something you can join right now if you wanted to boot up Minecraft. Type in the IP, or copy and paste it even. So, there are things I will say. You can copy and paste the IP. Like the server name, you could, there you go. Earth, but in Minecraft, we'll crying out. You don't have to put it as EarthMC like they say. I have it named that way, so that way I know, hey, this is EarthMC. Rather than, hey, this is this server and this is probably the same server. Which, all of them are different. Every server's got a little bit of a different likeness. Like, EarthMC is a good server, don't get me wrong. And it will put you in a town that is probably not mine. So, if you do plan on joining EarthMC, please put your Minecraft username at least into chat so that way I can refer you either to the pinned comment, which is the one I'm typing up right now, so obviously the pinned comment is the comment I will refer you to guys to if you do choose to join. if you do choose to join tonight, then hey, I'll refer you to that comment. But right now, if you don't join, it is what it is. I won't be referring anyone unless they. So, my reasoning for wanting to refer anyone who does join is obviously because that way it's easier to get to my talent, which is ironically the one I'm currently storing stuff in. Yeah, I know, right? It's like join. I'm sorting things, yeah, totally. But after I'm done sorting them, which I know won't take all of them, I only have so much I need to sort through. So then I need a little more item frames. I don't have any item frames. But it's not all that hard to make item frames, so all I need is just sticks, leather. Boom. Item frames. In the process of being made right now. I only have 3. No, 3. Wait. 1. 2, 3. You think it's all that hard to get item frames. It is not hard to get item frames. It's actually fairly easy. Just gotta have sticks and leather. It's a very simple thing to get on your first day. Too. So, like, I only need 1 more after this, actually. I only need, like, well, maybe I need 2 more item frames. Which I already have 1 somewhere in these files. I just gotta find it. That's the only issue, is I never find item frames. And I only need 1 block of grass and 1 dirt. This is what this is going to be used for. It's going to be used for mini string. This one has nothing in it. Gunpowder I don't really need because I'm wanting to build this down, not destroy it. And yes, I'm going to drop it 1 at a time by pressing it here. That way they can't be like, oh, you're hacking for this dropping using a in-game feature. Yeah. Sometimes I make obviously, considering the fact that I'm kind of harping upon the fact that they kind of picked someone that's literally promoting their server right now, actively promoting their server to the point of I'm still gonna play on this, obviously. I could just not be on the server. So if they ban me for just free promotion of their server, then yes, I'm never gonna come back to this server. But right now, I don't mind it. I know it's part of their lives to make other players miserable, but still, I would do something about it, but I don't know the owner personally, so I'm not gonna do that. But luckily, just getting kicked really just means you just gotta disconnect from the server and just rejoin that way. Literally, all I had to do was this, disconnect, and then immediately, bam, right back in. Obviously, there's servers I want to get rid of because I don't really like the stuff on those servers. Now this one I don't mind. Of course, I'm keeping my server that I normally run. Like obviously, right now it's no. Like I can't hop on that server right now, but I will keep doing EarthMC. Like we're gonna do Minecraft all night long, so. But right now we're just doing, I'm just sorting through stuff. So I'm working on the obsidian sort of thing. And then we have some left here. And I like to bet the rest of them are not. town needs at least. Like I'm about to probably go and buy some stuff. Obviously, I have 2 enchanted books I need to worry about. Okay, there is the rest of the obsidian. And there is stuff I want to get out of my end chest right now, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get everything that's in my end chest out. So that way I don't have to... Everything except for the enchanted books. Like, the enchanted books are one of the only things that are staying in there. Until I get an anvil made up, which it's not all that hard to get. I got diamonds, which of course need to go over here, boom, bam, bam. We got redstone dust, which does come with its own thing, which we could basically use chest for. So redstone stuff. So redstone goes in here. Boom. Anything to do with redstone is now going in there. Now, coal, do I have anything in there? No. I do. I guess it's safe to say this is now our coal chest. Oh, we got string. Any kind of stone blocks will go in here. So cobblestone, andesite, diorite, granite, stone bricks, anything stone related. Even if it is obsidian, I'm throwing it in. Actually, no, obsidian deserves its own chest, actually. So I think I'm gonna give obsidian its own chest. So you know, obsidian, you get your own chest. Actually, never mind. I'm not giving obsidian its own chest. Seems like a good idea to start, but then I'm like, it's not the best. Because when you really think about it hard enough and deep enough, obsidian's just a block. That is actually hard enough-ish. Hard-ish. Yes, I'm throwing the planks into their respective chests as well. Obviously we have spruce, we also have oak over here. We will include slabs and anything to do with that wood type. It goes along with it. Even if it's stone. So if it's in that stone type, it goes. Obviously there's black here. I don't want to need all of these. Never will not I can try and use them. Of course you see me toss these down one time. And we already have never active use. And as you guys can tell, there are towns being created. That one actually fell into ruin, so I'm sure the owner of the town either was not on for 42 days. It is literally its own term. Like there's a term for not being on the server for 42 days, which is not the best of the best things. Like, if you're not on for 42 days, you're literally saying, I don't want to participate in the server. And when you say something like that, you end up like my first town that I made, which is not this one, ironically. I was like, I don't really like doing all the clearing myself. But of course I knew if there was something coming up that would kind of force me to do that, instead of just take a town that was a town at some point and rebuilding it. If you were there for that, you know what I mean by that. And obviously you can see there's stuff that has to be cleared out clearly. And you can tell that there's a tower right here. And obviously we got carrots. In fact, I found a carrot. I bone milled the heck out of it, obviously. And of course, I used that one carrot to get up to that point, which now it's literally able to be harvested. Bread. I find a pork chop. So, find something that you can eat. Beginner-friendly foods are right here. And anything that you can cook is really. I'm gonna find that one that could be food because it's food. In fact, I remember one time I went out and about outside of town, and then someone had the audacity to come up and kill me. Ironically, I had all of our food on me. So I'm like, why did I choose to go out with all my food? I feel dumb for doing that, obviously. In case you're wondering, that was a time when I was like, I think I want to move to town somewhere else. I took a few weeks off of this, just recovering from that. And I also was thinking, should I move my town? The answer, of course, my brain said was, no, you shouldn't. Because then I'd have to literally count everyone in the town on at the time of when we move. Or at least all major people that are on in the town beyond when we move. Because if you did move, you have to start at that's here. Right here. Very simple, because I feel the need. Also helps to improve the I don't know Yes, I just jumped down. That almost can't. It's a fence. Honestly, don't use this gate anymore. Go in and out that because it's much easier to go that way than open it and close it because how many enemies are there? Yeah, that's starting to get bad. And we're gonna get some in-game money, which is literally gold. So the in-game currency for EarthMC is gold. So, and there are people who are just now going back through and doing Smash Vote. Unfortunately, I will only be able to do this last time, so this is 2 more times tonight that I'm able to do it. We got 1, and here is 2. I'm sure someone was waiting for that to happen. Let's see, how much gold do you think we're gonna get from these two? Like, it goes up to 7 on its normal speed. But the blue, it can go from 32 to 64. I don't think we're getting that lucky, though. Now, we got 11, though. Not bad. Since we're in a bank pot, we can literally go up here. We have 35 gold. Add 11 to that, actually. And now we have... What is 35? I'll tell you that much. We had 12 earlier, which got us up to 35, and now we're at 46, actually. Not 36, 46. We're at 46 gold now. Obviously, I'm not looking at y'all. Yeah, let me move y'all, actually. Give y'all a little bit more camera location ideas. There you go. Now you are essentially right in front of me. So, I literally just moved y'all. To right in front of me. Minecraft's literally right in front of me now. Actually, we left it up a little. Just a minute. Obviously, I only have 7 levels, and I kind of have to get more armor. Unfortunately, I don't have silk touch, so I can't move this. But I can move everything that's in here out real quick. It's not all that hard to do, to move a lot of stuff out. Obviously, wheat is all the crops. So anything that's been harvested. Ew, birch. And yes, I don't even think we got birch wood. We only got the sapling, we didn't get the wood. So we only got the sapling, which can give us the wood, which I'm never gonna plant those saplings, obviously. Hold on. Yeah, wait for that. In here, too. We can get a lot of eggs very short time. Every chicken lays an egg every 5 minutes. You know, I'm moving on. Oh, the nice fresh egg, too. Try and get another baby chick out of it. Let's see, do I see any more eggs? No, but I do see more rotten flesh that I need to get rid of. This bird's too far gone, obviously. I'm gonna just throw some things in here that can see this, not really doing much with it. And obviously that those in fact, I got that fell off his skull. And yes, we have iron swords, so we do have ways to defend. Now, granted, we do have a defending power. We kind of have to repair it, though, which literally going through and saying what tools are pretty much dead. If they're pretty much dead, like this diamond shovel, it still has usefulness. But this bow, all I need is probably one arrow and it's done. But this bow, for instance, it's like, yeah, I can use it. Like I originally had a town named Wisteria Master, which is not too far from my current location. Only issue is it's dark. And yes, I am playing with a shader pack on right now. Which I will not be sharing at this time, but I would love to connect with anyone who wants it. And, you know, give it. I don't mind sharing it. I just don't feel like it would work out that way. So if you have Discord, we do have a town Discord as well, which I'm not putting in the comments, obviously. Because we don't really need to have a town Discord, I just choose to have it. Like having a town Discord is useful because, oh, what we could use this for? Sticks. It's a stick situation though. So that way we don't have to just have it in one place. We have everything got. Now I could put sticks in the chest. What's the fun in that? Because then you gotta go to every chest with a stick. No, that's just not fun. I'd much rather have a stick in the chest. Now that's a grouping of things I'm putting all together. Get it fairly easily. Crap. Same thing. You get those very easily. Saplings, obviously, eel, birds. I'm just gonna dump all the bird saplings in the trash, obviously. In case you wonder, I don't like birds. I think it's quite obvious that I hate birds. Every other tree type's fun, but no. This is gonna be 65 key presses. I can at least press it at least a little bit fast though. Obviously I'm making sure that it's directly in the frame. Yeah, I love birds. Yeah. I don't mind bird sleeves. Bird sleeves, they're the only okay part of a bird sleeve. Like that's one thing I don't really care if we keep or not. Like birch? Hey, birch is fine. I'm fine with birch. Leaves anyway. Everything else though, no. The sapling, which is the trees. Like, look at this. That's birch leaves. I don't mind that. I'm not throwing those out because they're leaves. And they know when to leave me alone. Yes, in case you're wondering, that was a leaf pun. So yes, you can leave me alone if you want to. If not, that's alright too. I don't mind if you leave me alone or not. I don't care if you leave me alone. If you do leave me alone, that's fine. That's up to you. I think I'm gonna focus one chest at a time. When that chest is done, which this one's done right before I'm full. Gosh darn it. Oh wait, it can be a mixed use chest. Like anything that can't be sorted out right now, I'm going to use the explore. We can irritate these at the same time. So, mixed use. Where I can put that there. So, let me see if I can find another chest. If I can't find another chest, I'm just going to never mind, I found the sign. This one's mixed use. Now, I will put anything that is not, or if it's already got a spot that it can put in, it's gonna be put in its spot, right? Don't get me wrong, it's going in its spot. If it has a spot, it's putting it in its spot. If it doesn't, then it's not going anywhere, because it's not got a spot. If it does have a spot, again, it's going in its spot. Now, we don't have a lot of acacia here, but we have saplings. Now, anything acacia, now, leaves will be part of this mixed use. I will not use the netherrack, though. The netherrack is something I get rid of. Leaves, now, I will probably make a section for, like, interior stuff. I'm sure that's what I want to see me do. That way, like, it's not just a common straight line. It's just one big old line. That's probably what they were looking for, just in general. Now, I will put boats in here as well. Down will block of quartz, obviously. Now, furnace, anything that I don't have yet. Now, anything that I can get from down in deep caves. Like 11, that can be used for redstone. Matter, that can go to mixed use. Rails, also mixed use. Wheat, oak slabs, spruces, glowing sign. We got grass beans. I'm actually gonna leave one out because I'm still gotta get an item trim for that. I'm sure we probably don't have leather. It's not all that much leather. All I need, however, is one leather, which does not appear I have. This is where I'm going to use the only issue is I'm not going to get it out of my, like, put it in my hand until I'm in the place. Animals would be obviously, we have a very small town right now, which I will fix as soon as I'm done sorting everything out. Obviously, we have some stuff we need to throw in the furnace. We do not have space for armor yet. We're gonna throw armor in here. Since it's essentially something like you do live, it technically counts as a tool. So anything I don't really need. For reasons I know at this time. If I do get to a point where I do need it, that's when I'm gonna pull it back out. Like I'll go out hunting for it, and then when I find it, I get it then. Right now we're gonna throw the glass pane where it pains me the most. Yes, that was a very glass pipe. Feathers, bone meal, compass. Obviously that's a tool. So let's do that. No, that's not a tool. I'm glad I'm not tired. But I'm in a item. I were tired, I would have literally missed the fact that it's not going in the right chest. I noticed only because of the but then we have this. And we also have wood we need to still convert over to things. So, I will do that next. Okay. Any kind of wood that I see that has not been converted, I'm gonna probably convert here momentarily. And when I say momentarily, I not a nice thing. I can literally just pop, bam, pop, bam. Only thing is now we're gonna have to go and sort through all this, which ain't all that hard. It's just a matter of taking off tool tips before I throw it in there. Jungle. And since we found a item frame, boom, bam, we can take that out. Boom. Now we just need one item frame, which ironically needs leather. Which we're still not seeing. Obviously there's a torch. Let's see how much of this chest we can get out of here. He might be. Oh, last move. Literally the last bit of that chest has just been cleared. Okay, we got oak planks. We got oak slabs even. We got stairs. Okay, fence and all this stuff. Anything block-wise. That's dirt. Some of this is going to mixed use, obviously. Stone stuff and deep stone stuff. That goes over here. Andesite stone, granite, cobbled deep state mud. That's going in. Oh, we got that right here too. Feather quartz, arrow, feather. We're gonna do it right here next to the mixed stuff. So we can just throw stuff in here that are part of the mixed stuff category. Flint, gravel. Technically that counts as dirt, but I'm not going to put it there because it's not. It has to be specifically dirt. So dirt obviously has its own. Mike is quiet. Okay, let's see how quiet. Okay, I see what you mean by that. Let me fix that for you real quick. Alright, this mic's getting louder. I'm glad you noted that for me. I did not know it was that quiet. Let me know when y'all can hear me. I'm gonna move chat. I'm gonna move chat over to where I can see it on the Minecraft side. Alright, I'm working on getting the mic turned up, so let me know when you can hear me. If you can hear me now, just say stop in chat, because if you can hear me now, you can hear me now. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm working on making it louder right now. Just tell me when you think it's good. I'm gonna stop it at 20 decibels on my end. Is that better? Because if you can't hear me there, then hey, that's fine. It's at least going into the yellow when I'm talking. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that my mic was good. Obviously I have it set where I can see chat. Obviously I'm on here sorting through things. That's redstone stuff. An observer's redstone. Okay, we got quartz. I can make that into quartz block actually. Where the heck did I put quartz? If I've put it anywhere. I don't think I have put quartz anywhere. Yeah, I have yet to put quartz anywhere. So, you know what? Let's start by throwing it in here. Reaping vines, that's nether stuff, which I don't need. Obviously, I put a netherrack down here. Obviously, I made sure to put at least 1 block space in between and made a hole, which I do need to fence off admittedly, so that way no one can accidentally fall. We have just enough fencing to do that. And the issue is I do not want to block any access to chests. So that's why I'm having very few chests be second up, obviously. Obviously I'm going through each and every chest, putting everything, spot that I can get it into. Okay, arrows. Where do we have arrows? There we are. We have arrows in there, we got leads in there, we have iron that goes in there. Alright. Obviously, guys can probably tell, including you, man, that I'm currently working on getting this cleared out. So, getting this sorted and all that. This goes in mixed use for now. It's going in mixed use for now, as don't really have. Okay, that chest is empty. This one's got mini snowballs, so I think I know what I'm gonna do with these, which is not what most people would think I'm going to do with them, which is use them. I could throw them in a chest, but then I'd have to dedicate each whole double chest to it, which I'd much rather just, wait, actually, hold on. I literally just thought of another use I could use from. You know what a snow golem farm is? Oh, and well, if you know what a snow golem farm is, you probably know roughly what this snow is going to be for. Let me see. Actually, I just thought of how I could make it work. Only issue is there's going to have to be people willing to work it, though. That's the only issue I see with it right now, is people would have to be down here working it. That's one issue I see with it right now. Obviously, I don't have pumpkins, so I'm going to have to plant something that will make that work. Which obviously I can't make pumpkins if I don't have pumpkin seeds, so that's one thing I'm going to look for real quick. We have wheat seeds, which are not seeds I need. Also, we had 1 carrot. Safe to say we have more than 1 carrot now, so you can start breeding those pigs too. Oh yeah, we definitely have enough carrots for a few generations of pigs. Oh my lord. Yeah, let me put that away real quick. Wow, the first generation of pigs has now just started to get further on. Okay, we have another pig now. We do. We have one that's. situation with that is not the best. Obviously, we have a random dog in here. Yes, I know it's not good. But this is fun. We're just going around making sure. Exactly. You don't want to grow. You don't want to grow up be a big star one day. But I will tell you what I do want to do. The chicken operation. Okay, we just got 3 more. Haha. Yeah. You don't want to grow, so I'm not going to force it. And I also rated a cow because we do need some stuff from those. I am going to also work on emptying out my end chest, which there's only one thing I need to get out now, which is only one thing, which is minecart with chest, which is the last thing I needed to pull out. And we got 4 eggs while we were leaving, apparently. So, since we were leaving and we got 4 eggs, very simple. We got 2 more. Wow. Safe to say we got plenty of chickens. Holy maca chicken. Also, we have a random fence here, which I'm actually going to fix that issue real quick. Of there being a random fence just sitting outside. Actually, why am I trying to use an X? That's already got some use. No use, actually. But yeah, Snow Golem Farm, because I do want to actually make this area pretty much white. But I also don't want to, but I do. I do what I don't, if you know what I mean. Oh, no, I keep forgetting that tools are right here. Okay. We don't have pumpkin seeds, I don't think. And to the looks of it, we do not. Which means I'm gonna have to, as mayor of this fine town, I'm gonna have to probably reach out to anyone out there that's like willing to solve some carrots. Ironically, we got another fence, so very simple to do something with. Obviously, I don't want to block access to the stairs, so obviously when this is all cleared out, this is going to be, obviously there's stuff I'm wanting to get rid of and use. And I am going to put snow blocks in a very specific area for right now, since obviously I don't want to not have a farm of that right now. I actually put those chests down so that way I have the general location already laid out. So there is that. I am literally just gonna spam the Q when I'm doing that, because I actually got kicked right before I started this stream, ironically, for not doing that. And I'm like, everyone knows that's something that is a feature of the whole game. So essentially the admin said, hey, we're gonna kick you just because we can, and plus the fact that you are using a feature of the game. I find that kind of dumb to reason to kick me for, but so I'm like, hey, this is something I do want to speak out against, but I also don't want to get banned for speaking out on that topic. So mixed uses for like anything I see that I can use but I can't use at the same time. Like, we have an enchantment table. We have 3 of them. So essentially there's going to be 3 places in this town that an enchantment table can live. But right now we only have 3 bookshelves, so it's a very incomplete enchantment table. Because we can literally just go boop, boop. But we do have at least some things that we can use. Yeah, we're rich enough to have enchantment tables. 3 of them. And some redstone stuff, but not a lot. But yeah, we got a lot of blocks, which is kind of why I wanted to sort through them all. We're rich in terms of blocks. While other towns keep falling into ruins, I keep logging on as much as I can. Just so that way we can still have this town to come to. Obviously I'm moving things over because we have that. Actually, I moved that over for no reason, actually. So, I literally moved that over for no reason, which I'm fine with doing that. No reason is just a thing that says, hey, you moved me, but I don't need you to move me. Obviously, our tree saplings go here, crops go here, which we got wheat in inventory thing. Okay. We also have mixed use, which is a few things in here. Okay, we do have some glass, we do have torches, we do have gunpowder, which I don't think I put in here. Let's see. Let's see if I can't find our gunpowder now. Oh, actually, no. I know where I threw the gunpowder. Give me 1 second. And yes, we do have ores that I still need to mine from the ore kind of state. So right now there's 3 coal on me, but I have to mine out the rest of the coal ore that we have I have out anyway. But yeah, this is how many chests we had full of stuff. Well, I've emptied all of these. You know, obviously, still got stuff I need to bring out, obviously. And we're not even done with this first part. I'm really just gonna mine this all right now. That it's something I don't have to worry about in about 5-10 seconds. But yeah, we're rich in terms of blocks and all that. So yeah, we could literally build for a while. And one thing I did remember is every so often we only have wandering traders, so that's the only thing we have, really. So we can't do any kind of trading also. Unfortunately, I will be turning that down at some point. And we just got 3 eggs. So that means I need to... You know what? I may as well check on this. 13. Oh my good lord. These chickens have been hard at work. Whew. They want more friends, I take it. The fact that they're getting lots of friends in here, it's probably going to start entity cramming here shortly. We already got 2. We got 2 eggs already up here. Oh my god, how many eggs do you think we're going to have? How many eggs do you think we're going to have after those have been thrown? Which they have. We probably already have at least 1 egg out here. Yep, I figured that's if we... Someone just opened the egg. Don't know who it was, but I heard it. Oh, now we got 3 actually. So you got 3 possible chances. coming into it. Out of all three, we got one egg of them all. Yes, I know, it's one egg, but still, one egg is still an egg. But yeah, we're not very rich in terms of coal, but that's a very easy fix. It's just going mining. Very simple fix. But yeah, we're rich on seeds and that. Food, don't ask me how that's going, because, yeah, this is about as much as we have. But it's very easy to fix. And I'll show you how it's very easy to fix. Give me 1 second, though. I think you know how easy it is to fix. Based on how I'm looking at this. If you look at how I'm thinking about this, that's why I'm reading all these. Because then we can literally break them out, let them out, and then bam, 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 bam. Like, that's why I'm reading, so on to reading all these. Because you don't read all of them, you kind of can't, you know. Well, I'm not going to massacre them right now. Well, we could massacre the chickens. The big ones, anyway. And we can also massacre some sheep as well. Yes, I'm being sheepish, I know. Yeah, I'm just sorting through everything real quick. Because, whew, I'm going as fast as I can, obviously, as you guys could probably tell. Okay, we got buckets, we got furnaces, we got wool, granite. Don't take me for granted. The kids might regret it. There are flowers in my inventory that I know we don't need. We don't have to have these flowers, honestly. Now, pistons, those are redstone, so I'm going to throw those in here as well as observer. We got some arrows which are all the way over here in the tools. And of course, everything else. Well, I'm not thinking massacre right now, obviously, as I've said multiple times already. As it's something that is not in the near future that I can see me doing something with. Now, eventually, yes, it'll be a massacre. But only until we have like 2 left. Once we have like 2 left, that's when that massacre. Okay, we have pumpkins. Hold on. Hold. We have pumpkins, so we can get pumpkin seeds. Let me just sort through everything else real quick. The last of the items that we need to sort through. Finally. Yeah, netherrack. Ugh. I already threw out the birch saplings because, like, I didn't throw out the leaves because they're leaves. They don't, no, they do drop saplings, but they don't if you use shears. The game's lagging. Yep, it's kind of being a pain in the butt, the game, of course. Okay, now we're gonna start breaking these. We're right next to the tool chest anyway, so you may as well just pull them next. So we have 8 pumpkins. In case y'all are wondering what I'm thinking that I'm gonna start building a quick farm for something. It won't be a farm that can be kept daily, but it's going to be a small-ish farm, which actually requires a ladder right to here. Yes, I still have this to take down, which right before I started the stream, I started by clearing all this out, which is fine by me. I don't mind clearing all that out. Actually, I'm thinking, let's not move all this. Let's not use this as that. But instead, I'm thinking, have like a storage facility and have it kind of be hooked up like that. So like, have like a storage facility, just hook it up to our basement over here. Which I could do that, it's just very simple. I just need shovels, starting with this shovel, actually. In fact, I'm actually gonna look maybe to the basement. The fact that I already know it's got that going for it. The fact that the basement's 1 block taller also kind of stings a little bit, because you gotta think, our basement's 1 block taller. And when there's a basement that's 1 block taller, you kind of have to plan to go into that basement, kind of make a section, which I kind of want to mine that tunnel all the way through. That way I can see where I need to make that section over here. So that way I can be ready to just make that section. And this is why I do it this way, because now I can see where I want to put the section in. And plus, I can also see where I don't want to put this section. And since I know I want to put the section in before we get to here, I think I know roughly how I'm going to do this. If you know the kind of section I'm thinking, and kind of what I'm thinking for that section, it's kind of something like this. Because that way it's like, hey, there's this that I need to do. Only issue is now I gotta mount another block down, which I don't mind doing. Especially with a diamond shovel. I'm using one that's not been used before, and I can literally use up the one that's already got stuff done to it. I think I know where I want to make this farm though, and it's not all the way down that way, because over here I could put the farm in, but I've already got other plans for this section here. Which is mainly going to be storage facility, yeah, but this way the farm can be connected in a way that isn't just through outside means. Like, there are places I want to build that I do not want to have inside or outside means of getting to. Like this, it's got an outside means of getting to it right now. But I want it to be like, hey, you can build on top of this. Just don't go down. If you go down, you're going to be entering a section that is prohibited to anyone that is not on big time city points. So like, if you want to mine down, you have to have a plot that's not got something underneath it. And look, I've already found some more coal, so I'm gonna have to use this as well to get that coal, which is not all that hard. Now, one thing I would say is I will probably be switching over to the other Minecraft server. Okay, my Minecraft server that I own. Ironically, I only own it in terms of the branding for it. And I just bit my lip on accident. You know what that feels like? That hurts. Now granted, I could expand this to pretty much do a lot more stuff. Like I could expand this out like this. Like I have no problem with doing that. In fact, I'm actually may as well just do it this way. That way I don't have to worry about doing it later. Because it's already been done by me. Like I prefer doing things that I find that I... Okay, definitely don't look at. Okay, apparently we have a cave down here. I'm actually just gonna, as any government official does, just cover it up. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cover it up. Now, if I had an efficiency shovel, I would be using that right now, which I did. I did have an efficiency shovel. It broke on me though, so I'm kind of waiting till I go buy another one, which my brain hasn't said go buy one right now yet. Anyway. Okay, let's just go this way. Go in here. I'm actually gonna have this be like I'm gonna block this off right now, as it's still a work in progress, obviously. So I'd much rather have this blocked off to where it's like, hey, if anyone tries coming in here, they can't, because essentially they'd be trapping themselves by just coming in there. Like they see a hole, they're probably gonna jump in it, and if they jump in it, they're gonna pretty much be stuck there until they go back to their town. Now, if they don't have the town, they are kind of screwed, because they kind of would have to join a town just to get out of this hole. Like, if they want to get out of this hole, the only way they can, which is not by much, because unless they use vines, which they'd have to place from outside the town, which ironically, outside of town is 2 blocks in each direction, on this side. Now, if you did come into my town and had intentions to stay, just don't come in this hole, Because come on now. You're essentially asking yourself to be stuck for a moment while you join town. But again, we do have a town Discord. And again, I do plan on going over to my server, not EarthMC, which if we do that, I will do that here momentarily, and I can do it on the same save. So on this I can do it as well. I can do it this way as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do actually, is go over to my server, which I will exchange the pinned comment for that here momentarily. Obviously we just cleared out all the dirt, stone, and all that. For those who are wondering what my Minecraft server is, it's more of a realistic kind of server, but you don't have to be realistic to play on the server. I'll tell you that much. You don't have to be realistic to be on the server. I'm more of a vanilla kind of guy, so it's more of a, hey, if you want to do it, you can do it. Of course, you can ask to build anything at spawn, which I don't. It depends on what you build. If you build a swastika, it's gonna be a dead no, and you're gonna not be allowed to build at spawn. If you choose to say, "Hey, I want to build a swastika. Can I build this here?" I'm gonna instantly say no and just bam, end of discussion. Kind of it. So I am about to. I've currently got the server starting. Now my server is also on Java Edition. So, you kind of will want to, like, obviously, I can literally just leave that, my EarthMC, and go straight into Texas SMP, which is my server. Like, literally, I'm willing to show y'all the player list of all the players that are on here, which I will, real quick. Which, obviously, I'm the only online player right now. I do have a player I do want to ban, real quick. So they have been banned. I'm gonna actually clear everything. I don't know. Ban. Now everything's been deleted of this player. Now everyone else is fine, perfectly fine. Obviously I have put target everywhere on my server. Respawn, obviously. And of course, this is the first house you come into. If this book is missing, all I want you all to do is MSG, best game ever 12, and then, hey, the book is missing. And then, boom, bam, the book is missing. Meaning, hey, we need another book here. Like, someone takes the book, and I'm like, okay, the book's missing. I need to take a look at this. And that's why I always have my... So, okay, hold on. I am so glad I am double checking this real quick. Okay, let me Actually, hold on. I'm gonna have to switch over to a new version, which I do have that on here. Give me a second. Launch that. Give it a moment because it's launching. If you will, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Obviously, I'm back. I'm just waiting for the microwave to go beep, 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 which is on the other side of the house, so I'm not gonna be doing a lot of talking because my door's wide open so I can hear it, so I'm muting myself. You'll still be able to hear the game though. will say this much: the room that we're in right now is actually for everyone in this room. So I'm going to go through each chest each day, obviously. And of course, if someone's new has logged on to this server, which it's on Java Edition, I will say. It's on Java Edition. Obviously, I'm just restocking everything, making sure everything's stocked up. Because you can never be too sure. I'm checking each and every chest, obviously, making sure nothing's missing. And then, since you've only checked one side, see, like, I would have not perceived that. Each and every kind of tool. And we do have an enchantment center here in the server as well. For my servers, obviously, in the message center, and my feed's ready, so I'll be right back. Hi there. Of course I had brought my food in here, of course. Chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce. Oh man, us Texans, let me tell you this much. Us Texans, we love our barbecue sauce. You take it, you're dead. Essentially. Like, you take our barbecue sauce away, do you have a death wish of you? Yeah, just a word of advice. Don't take barbecue sauce from a Texan. They will kill you. It's just a friendly Texan, someone who literally was born in Texas, word of advice to y'all, not out of state. Well, people who are outside of the state of Texas. Everyone doesn't know that, obviously, that Texas loves their barbecue. You take their barbecue sauce and their meat away, oh, buddy, you're asking for a war. One that makes Texas secede from the United States of America, of course. So, yeah. Don't mess with Texas, y'all. I'll tell you all that now, because I literally was born, wasn't fully raised, but partially, and obviously I'm in Texas right now, somewhere. Not telling y'all exact location. Actually, I'm gonna go to intermission since we are literally right here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw us into an intermission since I kind of want to eat my food. So with that in the works, we'll be right back after this intermission. Hopefully y'all have a good break. And grab a snack, grab something to drink, as we're going to intermission. Y'all can go grab something if you're planning on staying up all night with me, because then You don't have to worry about it. It's super simple. All you have to do is do that. So, we'll be right back after this intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I have finished my food and I am going to let y'all know that we are going right back to it. Right back to my server. Let me switch over to creative actually. So, obviously, got this room here. We're using emeralds as our currency in-game, as this is pretty much a stock house. A stock village house. Only modification I put on it is now not there. Also, it's not fully stock anymore, obviously, since it's got chests in here. And we also have a build supply house, so if you want to come by, grab some building supplies before you head out to go build your own base, you can. You absolutely can. Nothing stopping you. Anything without a item frame has really nothing in it. But these are just slots that are like, hey, there's room for extra stuff if requested. We have some deep state, we have beds, of course, 3 chests of them. We also have end chests. Only take one of these. So, I'm probably going to put a sign right here. No, definitely not you doing totems. No, totems are not what I'm going to put there. I'm actually going to put an end chest. Now, if someone came through and bam, got all these end chests, they would not be allowed to come in here again. At least not without a staff member or me to make sure they're not grabbing everything that they want to grab. Like, every block is fine to take except end chests. Now, I'm fine if you go for like 2 end chests. Just don't take a whole stack. Taking a whole stack's like crazy. You take a whole stack, you're like saying, hey, I just want all of these. I think you see the issue with that statement there. Yeah, I'm gonna check all these, and I'm glad I check these, because if I hadn't checked these, I'm gonna check each one of these actually. I do have birch planks, that's as far into birch wood I'm gonna go. But everyone has their own preferences, so I have that, and I have every log in the game, except for the nether logs. So I don't know why I'm choosing to have these chests here. I don't want to have these planks, actually. Like, these planks, they look nice, but I'm not in the mood to do a lot of stuff with that. But that's why I'm gonna make a nice little hallway to another room with what I have right here. So really, one thing I will say is I am gonna make another room for those who might want to go for something else. Which, if that's the case, I'm gonna copy the torch real quick. Like right now, obviously, you can see that I'm still working on getting this server fully built out. But I'm at least working on it. It's actively getting work done on it daily, ironically. Obviously, I'm making sure to blocks that are supposed to be put where they are. And I'm all about being uniform on things when I have to. Like in this case, I'd much rather have like this go this way and have it be uniform all throughout, floor included. Like I have oak floor, and obviously you can see it goes stone bricks, oak, oak, stone bricks, and the roof is even stone bricks. Like the roof's stone bricks, the floor is not. I'm actually gonna make these walls be stone bricks as well. It's gonna follow the same pattern anyway. And the issue is it's not gonna be fully the same pattern because it's only going up 3 blocks. Which is fine by me. Going up 3 blocks is better than going up none. In my opinion anyway. Obviously, if you come out here, you can see where I built this at. I literally made this house, and I didn't build this house, the village built this house. I just modified it big time. So it looks small on the outside if you're looking at it from face value. So like, you're in this house, say, right? You're looking at the house across the street at face value. And then you're like, alright, let me just go across there, see what they have over here. It's bigger on the inside. You're like, holy building supplies, is what you'd probably be saying. Because that's what it is. It's a lot of building supplies in one place, nonetheless. Obviously, I'm still going to be working on no minor. Talk about a cave. Oh, wait, never mind. We're not building this. Okay, we're just gonna. What I'm gonna do is just fill it back in. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna fill it back in. Of course, the last block is gonna be of the kind that is right there on the outside. So essentially 2 oak planks and then a stone brick. So if I ever wanted to create more room, I could expand this way and that way. Or I could just build another floor of this. Like I could always could have done is this. Made it go down a floor. Instead, go down a few blocks and then turn and then make another floor of this. Now I could also go up with this, but I'm not going to. Granted, this is just a temporary solution for that. Because eventually I'm actually working on getting this figured out. Should be moved into a more larger space. So a larger space, would that work better? It probably would, honestly. Because then you have stuff you can do and you don't have to worry about it. And plus, these are carved directly into the mountain. So I'm thinking like have it be like, hey, I can come in over here and then boom, bop, bam, and wham. It's done like that. So I think I'm actually going to do that. Because clearly, I'm already working on it. Clearly, I'm going to put lights all the way to so glad I'm on this server right now by myself because, hey, if I'm gonna build this, I want it to be done the way I need it to be done, which kind of requires me to rid some gravel, which I'm actually gonna do like this. I'm just gonna bam, bam, get the gravel down, then rid it then, since it's gonna be already down. And since we gotta build out the walls anyway, you gotta build walls all the way around, I may as well just but since I have to do the roof as well, I'm gonna do everything I can to make this at least look good, you know? Because who wants to have building supplies be in a place that looks not good and run down? Like, who wants that? Not me. I wouldn't go to a place like that. Like, if I had to choose a place either that is run down or or somewhere that I have to buy illegal stuff from, of which I do not know is illegal, I'm gonna choose a rundown place. Only because, hey, it's run down, even though it might be a fire hazard, it's still a place that can work. Like, if it's run down to the point of only a few things need to be replaced for it to be no longer run down. Now, if you're talking the other way, like it's run down to the point of where you gotta rebuild the whole place, no, I'm not going for it. Instead, I'd much rather just buy a bit of land, build it outright like that. I'd much rather build a place if it's bad enough to where I'm gonna have to tear down the old place. I'm just like, screw it, I'm gonna go buy land. Because at that point you're just saying, hey, I just want to sell you this place that is a big time fire hazard and safety hazard. In a viewpoint of lawsuits and legal goes, you're talking lawsuits like crazy. So that's where I'm like, hey, this is something. Of course I can't see chat, so of course felt like I'm talking to a wall. Now I don't, of course, because I can see chat again. And of course I'm just mining all this out as fast as I can, because I've been working on this server for like a while now. It's not fully completed, of course, but I'm willing to start advertising it, because even though it's still a work in progress, it's still pretty darn good to say it's pretty close to done. Like, I'm thinking like this part right here that I'm working on right here right now is essentially one of the last parts I need before I can full on advertise it like crazy. But yeah, I don't mind doing something like this. There are things I will say that I do not mind. Like, for instance, I don't mind clearing all this gravel up. It's not all that hard to do. All I have to do is really just... Here, I'll show you guys real quick. Boom. Very easy fix. Like if there's like 2 blocks there, I'm not gonna worry about 2 blocks. 2 blocks is 2 blocks. Now some people would probably argue with that and say, yeah, but 2 blocks, even if that is 2 blocks, why don't you just break all of it? Well, this stuff right here, that's right on the outside edge where I can see it, that's where I'm going to break all of it. Because that's where I need to be able to look nice. I need that to look nice for it to... Now, some of y'all might be wondering, why aren't you using quartz? Because then, if you really think about it, quartz is just a block that I could be using. Now, granted, it would make it look nicer. Yes, you have that point there. It would make things look nicer. So, you guys don't have to say that point, at least. Because I agree with you on that. It would look nicer with quartz. I'm in full-on agreement with you on that. Now, there are things I will not agree with you on. And that's reason I'm doing this way. Because the reason why I'm doing it this way is because we're kind of right in a mountain. Proof is like right here. We're in a mountain. There's nothing else to it. We're kind of in a mountain, so it makes more sense to use stone bricks than to go get quartz out of the build's side, the building house, the building supply house, as I call it. But my base is real close by to here, so I'm like, hey, this is very convenient because then I can come in here. Okay, all I have to do to get to my base is very simple, honestly. See how simple that was for me to get to my base from over here? No, all I have to do is go outside and then boom, we're at the gosh darn building supply center. So, yeah. This is kind of where I'm putting it because of where it's located. Now I probably will actually do stone bricks here, since the wall's like right there. I don't mind bringing it out a block, because on one side, that is. One side out, that's fine by me. I don't mind bringing one side out every so often, because it makes things a bit easier on me, because then I just have to, I don't have to worry about everything. I could bring it all out on one side. Like over here, I could always take out this entrance. Like I don't have to have an entrance over here. This is what I'm going to do actually. I'm really just going to take this entrance out. Meaning there's only one way in to there and one way out. Only way you're getting supplies from this point is if you're literally willing to build up to there. Like granted, if you mined into that, you probably would be making that entrance again. And would I get mad about that? No, because you discovered it that way. I'm just gonna be like, hey, if you want this to become an entrance, you can. Just let me know if you want it to become an entrance, and I'll get the blocks to do it with, and I'll get it done right now. Of course, it's not all that hard to make into an entrance because obviously it's right here. All I really would have to grab is just a door, a little stair, just one stair, few blocks, maybe make that go out like that much. Of course, I'm just gonna quickly do it this way. I'm just gonna make it be more of a 2-block mining venture just to make that another entrance. Obviously, there's points where I'm gonna be like, alright, this is what we have, i.e. right here, this is what we have. Obviously, you see how I'm bringing these staircases down. I'm bringing this down like this. So that way it's much easier for me to... Obviously, this is where I'm going to throw the planks, obviously. Because at this point, you're already at the bottom most point. Plus, I generally think it looks nicer to do it that way. That's how I see it. It's nicer to do it that way than to do it another way. Which I'll show you guys real quick. Like right here. Right here. All I have to do is boom and then bam over here. Like, y'all can literally see how much nicer this looks already. It's not all that hard to make this look nice. Like, making a server is not always about making sure it looks good. It's sometimes also about making sure it looks nice, you know? So kind of what I'm doing here is making sure it kind of looks nice. At the bare minimum, I'm making sure it looks decent. Now granted, I am doing something like this. So that way it's like, hey, it's something that I felt necessary to do. Because, hey, it makes it look nice. Why don't I just do it this way then? Like y'all can see, I'm making sure it looks decent and inviting, you know? I'd much rather it look inviting than threatening. Because you know what threatening stores look like? They look like the kind that you would see on a white panel van saying free candy. That's kind of the kind of uninviting I kind of don't want it to look like. I want it to look at least kind of inviting and very little imitating. Very little imitating. Like, only reason I have netherite armor with a sword, the sword is to kill anyone who is being unruly. So anyone who's like being like, oh, I want to make this server intimidating. Not gonna work, pal. You're gonna get netherite sworded to HE-double-L. In fact, I'm thinking about ways I can make the nether be HE-double-L for anyone who wants to try and make this server feel unholy. Which, honestly, I'm thinking of very little ways I can do that. I'm coming up with very little ways on how I can make this server fun, but also intimidating to those who want to be intimidating. You know? Like, I just got a simple rule list from ChatGPT, and of course I modified it to be just how I needed it to be. So there are things I use ChatGPT for. Of course, it's not a lot that I use it for. I only use it for like a few select things, such as making the rules list for the server. Now, I will add rules if I absolutely have to. Like if I have to add rules because of someone doing something that I would prefer not someone doing in the future, I'm going to add it to the rules list at that point. Because, hey, this is something that goes against certain values. I'm making a rule after this person has done it. That's how I roll. Someone does something that I find should be against the rules, it's going to be updated as such, and anyone on the administration team will be updated on the rules list. I have a whole Texas SMP server, and I have an admin only area. So like administration of the server only. Speaking of which, I just got a Discord message. And no, it's not for anyone on the server. It's just a message that I get every so often. Again, I do want to attempt to switch over to Windows at some point. And it's just like I want to pay for Windows instead of just downloading, having a free version. Like, I did figure out what my boot menu stuff was, so I could make it dual boot if I wanted to, because there are some people that prefer having it be a dual boot computer, which I'm one of those people. I don't really like Linux for some things, but I could get behind the whole reasoning of having Linux. I could get behind the reasoning on that. Like, there are things I will not do on Linux because I can't. So that's why I'm like thinking dual boot is the next best thing, because then I can literally have Windows and Linux on the same computer. It's just a matter of if I want to do this kind of thing right then, right there, right then, I'd have to turn off my computer just to switch it over. You know, that's one thing I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I have to. Now, for the sake of right now, I am not going for the debug stick. Now I could, but I'm not going to. There are a few things I will actually get rid of real quick, which is everything that is light of some sort. And I do have totems, obviously, because say I was in a PvP fight and someone popped a totem, my totem, ironically, I already have 2 more on standby that I could just go beeping, like I could just throw in real quick. This is my server, by the way, so let me see something real quick. Something that might actually be preventing anyone to join. Because if anyone here is watching that wants to join, we are on Java Edition. And yes, it is not, what I have is not there. Like, it is on easy difficulty. We do have like 30 slots. I do want to up that at some point, but for right now, where we're just now getting started, not so many people are on here every day. So essentially for right now, it's just gonna stay the way that it is right now. So there are things I will say that granted I probably could. Okay, I need to actually block this section here off. So all this, even under the stairs, needs to be blocked off essentially. So really it's just going to be a going up the stairs kind of thing. That's going to look nice. Because right from here on out, so from right there, heading this way, it's not going to be there. Like, I'm going to light this place up because we are in easy difficulty. So I am going to cover this up actually. Cover this whole area back up because that way it's just a matter of, hey, now I just need to light up the underside heavily. Because if I don't, then mobs are going to spawn under here. It's going to get real annoying, and then no one will want to come to this part of the game, of the server. Because then you have mobs spawning left, right, and center. Not a very good look for a server like this, so that's why I'm like, hey, let me just cover this up. Granted, I need to move all the lanterns that are right there. Because, let's see, if you're going up the stairs, what lanterns can you see? If you don't have it done, that is. So I'm going to grab a fully empty inventory slot. Alright, so it's going to be this torch, this torch. Well, okay, let's go up. Let's go up mid-stairs. That is if you don't look around and you just go up the stairs. If you just go up the stairs, you won't see anything other than a few lanterns. So for this, I'm going to come back in here. I'm also going to light up the floor. At least like that. Because now, you can't tell where those like that extra bit of light is coming from. All you can tell is, hey, there's light coming from somewhere over there. That's all you can really tell, is, hey, there's somehow light coming from over here. I'm not going to stop and figure that out, though. Like, there are some people who will do that, which I'm not trying to be mean or anything on that. Like, there are people who absolutely would probably say, hey, there's this, let me do this. I'm really taking stone bricks and using them as the roof as well. So, don't get me wrong, I'm still using what I have to. I'm literally going to light this whole store up. Every 2 blocks I'm placing a lantern. So we're literally going to take every lantern that is in here currently out. Now that I've set it to peaceful temporarily, it's not going to stay like that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just taking everything out while I put in every other lantern. So each lantern's just getting taken out for temporary. So for right now, every lantern in the whole building is getting taken out. Then you have this here, which is where I'm going to have to grab some trains, which I'm not going to right now anyway. Actually, I'm going to put stone there because 2 blocks. Now that's where I'm going to go out to there, obviously, because now I kind of, that's the entrance before the stairs is right there. Since I know the last one here was right there, I can kind of get my first. Now I will say in like 2 weeks I will not be doing much YouTube-wise because getting ready for college is a thing. And since I've already enrolled in myself in college, it means I gotta get ready for college, which of course means I gotta get all the supplies I need and all that fun stuff, which, hey, I don't mind. It's for the greater good. I want to go to college. Because if I don't, I'm gonna probably feel like a failure, and then, yeah, we all know how that typically goes. Like, if you feel like a failure, you probably are a failure. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that. Just in general, you're probably gonna be a failure. If you feel like a failure, you probably are a failure. Obviously, now we're up here. So, I'm gonna continue this up the stairs. So. My lantern would literally have gone right here. Lantern could have gone right there. And yes, I'm really gonna make this be the same kind of setup. Okay, and I kind of got my flipping extension cable. Hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. I gotta fix my extension cable for my computer before I accidentally use my foot to unplug it. So I'll be right back. Okay, got that fixed. Like, literally my computer is right here on my end. It's like right here on, and it's under my desk, so that way I have as much room as I need to work on things, YouTube included. So that's why I have it under there. So that way I can, have it plugged in. Now I could take my computer with me, but then again, it's only 2 weeks I'm going to be out. So for those 2 weeks, I'm just not going to do YouTube stuff. Now if I have a phone, I will be doing YouTube stuff, because at that point, you're talking to someone who has a phone that can literally record their time out and about. Now, it won't be all that far from that. I'm not leaving state, I'll say that. Because this is also stuff that... Okay, I'm actually going to... might also need to use the restroom here shortly. Which, if that's the case, I will probably do so here momentarily. There you see how clearly I have lit up the whole space as effectively as I can. Of course, that does not include over here, which I think I'm just gonna put a 2 black space, well actually 1 black space. And I pretty much called it. I have to use the restroom here momentarily. Let me check how long we've been live for. Oh my lord. I don't think we're gonna make it as far as all night in terms of stream at this rate. Well, I'm actually gonna go ahead and stream here. I was gonna try to make it all night. I'm not making it all night. At least on the stream side of things. In terms of energy, yeah, I'm making it all night. I might go live again later tonight, though. So please keep that in mind as we go forward throughout tonight. So, of course, I'm going to shut down the server because no one's on there. So I'm going to hop off here, and yes, y'all might be seeing me later on tonight. But until next time, Mind Driver out.